In last lecture we have seen that because of the location of pole it will affect on the stability. Okay, so today we will see the location of poles, that is effect of location of poles on stability. Okay, so we will start. So number one, simple pole with negative real part. Okay, for example, if we have the transfer function, here I have shown the pole with minus a. Okay, so this must be 1 upon s plus a. Okay, so what you will do, you will equate this denominator to 0. So s is equal to minus a, so I have located minus a on left hand side of j omega axis. In last lecture we have seen that if all the poles are located on left hand side of j omega axis, so system is stable. Now we will see the output response because of the variation in the location of poles. Okay, so here the pole is at minus a, that is on left hand side of j omega axis. In that case this c of t is the output. So impulsive response is given by, you can look at this response, this is exponential response, but as the time t increases, so this response will reach to 0. Okay, so when the response is reaching to 0, that is output is reaching to 0, then that output is stable output and the system will be stable. Okay, now see the second one, simple pole on positive real axis. Okay, so what we will say, if you have the pole like this, s minus a, okay, you will equate this denominator to 0, so what you will get, s is equal to plus a. So you will locate the pole on right hand side of j omega axis. So we know that when the pole is located on right hand side of j omega axis, so system is unstable. Okay, we have seen that if we are getting unbounded output, okay, unbounded means amplitude is continuously increasing, so we cannot control the output. In that case, that output is called as unbounded output. So look at the response, we are getting such type of response, that is unbounded response. This time t is increasing, so with increase in the time the output should decrease, but here output is continuously increasing. So what you will say, this response, because of this response system will be unstable. Okay, number 3, pole at origin. So when I am saying that only one pole is at origin, okay, so how you will locate, this is a pole at s is equal to 0, okay, so pole at origin. So in that case the output response will be constant. Look at this, with respect to time the output response is constant. Okay, so with the pole at the origin the system will be stable because we are getting the constant output, but we cannot directly comment on the output here, just like the marginal stability. Okay, now look at this, if we have double pole means two poles at origin, so it will be 1 by s square. So there will be two poles. Look at this, one pole and this one is the second pole, so two poles at origin. In that case, look at the output, here we are getting the linear response, here we are getting the linear response. So what will you will conclude with respect to time, output is continuously increasing. Okay, so this is the response when we have two poles at origin, this is the response when we have one pole at origin. Okay, here we are getting constant response, here we are getting linear continuously increasing response. Now look at this, complex poles on left hand side. I told you that if there is a quadratic equation in the denominator, then after equating that denominator to 0 we will get a characteristic equation, and if the roots are complex, okay, that is it has a negative real part, okay, minus sigma and plus minus j omega, minus sigma and plus minus j omega, this is s is equal to, okay, so what you will say, the negative real part and plus minus, that is imaginary part, but here this real part is 0, okay, real part is 0. So what we are getting here, we are getting s is equal to plus minus j omega. Okay, so the roots are imaginary, but the complex poles, because of complex pole on left hand side we are getting the imaginary root, but look at this, these roots are not at 0, that are not on j omega axis. So I will explain this with the example. Let's take that this is suppose minus 1. Okay, so s is equal to, it will be minus 1j. It will be minus 1j. But as there is a quadratic equation, so there will be two poles, two complex poles. Okay, so look at this. Here we are getting the response like this. So complex poles on left hand side, because of the complex poles, though these are complex, but these two poles are located on left hand side of j omega axis. So as we have studied that if poles are located on left hand side, so system will be stable. So if I am saying system is stable, so output response must be bounded as well as controllable. Okay, so look at this. Here actually I am getting the output response like this. You can check that initially the amplitude is high, but as the time is increasing, the amplitude is decreasing. It will get settled. Okay, and it may tend to 0 also. So what you will say, when you are applying bounded input, you are getting bounded and controllable output. So system will be definitely stable, because you can check that these two poles are on left hand side of j omega axis. Okay, now number 6, here complex pole on right hand side. Okay, you can check that here complex poles are there and these complex poles are on right hand side. So as we have studied, if poles are located on right hand side of j omega axis, so system is unstable. So we know that system will be unstable only if we are getting unbounded output. Okay, you can check that here with respect to time, output should decrease. This is output response, output should decrease, but you can check that output is continuously increasing with respect to time. Okay, so that we cannot control. So what you will say, the system is unstable. Okay, now the last one is 7. If the poles are located on j omega axis, I told you that if poles are neither on left hand side and nor on right hand side. Okay, so these poles are on the boundary condition, are on j omega axis. So you cannot directly comment on the stability, whether the system is stable or unstable. Okay, so in such case what we are saying? We are saying that system is marginally stable. System is marginally stable, or we will say system is critically stable. Okay, look at this. This is the output response. So this output response is different than the previous two. Okay, here the output is neither increasing nor decreasing, but it is stable. You can check the output is stable, or such type of output is called as sustained oscillations. Such type of output, just like the sinusoidal waveform, you can check that here output reaches to some value. Suppose I am saying that this is constant amplitude A and this is minus A. Okay, so this output is continuously varying within A to minus A. It is neither increasing nor decreasing. Such type of response is called as sustained oscillations. And if we are getting such type of response, so system is marginally stable or critically stable. Okay, so this is about the effect of location of poles on stability. Okay, so we have studied because of the variation in the location of pole, it is affecting on the output response, and it from this output response also we can comment on the stability and whether a system is stable or unstable. Okay, so I hope you got a concept of effect of location of poles. Okay, thank you students.